capacity.
All right, well, at least it seems like you've got more information about it at hand that he can possibly remember. But go ahead.
Have you ever filed for?
I've never filed for bankruptcy
You
in my
ever
life.
filed a paper with the bankruptcy court?
No.
With the bankruptcy trustee?
No.
Do you recall if the conviction you had was a federal or state conviction?
I don't recall.
Okay. Do you recall if the prison you went to in Milan, Michigan was a federal or state?
That was a federal prison.
Okay. And you were placed in that prison as a result of the conviction that you had?
That is correct.
Okay. How much time did you spend in?
I don't recall that.
Do you recall and I'm sorry if I've asked it, do you recall the length of the sentence imposed?
No, I don't.
Do you remember the name of the judge?
No, I don't.
Okay. Now, you indicated that you may have been convicted of more than one offense.
I don't recall.
You don't recall if you were
No.
or were not? Okay.
No.
So, just so I understand what you mean by I don't recall, is it that...
Let me make it easy so you will understand.
Well, now, let me ask
I
my
don't
question.
recall and I don't remember.
Okay. So, that means that you could have been and you just don't remember.
I don't recall.
Do you recall if you've been in prison other than the time you were in prison in Milan?
Not that I recall.
Okay. Do you recall if you've been in a jail other than, no, putting a prison aside, Milan has a federal penitentiary. Have you been in any jail as a result of a charge or conviction?
It's very possible, but I don't recall.
Were you ever convicted of violating a law relating to chop shops?
I don't even know what that means.
Okay. So the answer is...
Is that a question?
Yes, okay. So your answer is you don't know what chop shop means?
What are you talking about?
Okay. Have you ever been involved in the business of salvage or salvage yard or what's called a junk yard?
I have.
Okay. While you were operating a business of that nature, were you ever accused of violating laws with respect to sales of parts of vehicles?
No, never.
Okay. When were you elected mayor?
Be 2 years ago this November.
Okay. And that would have been November of 2003 then, correct?
That's possible.
Okay. Before November of 2003, had you ever sought political office? Sought to be elected to a political office?
I ran for mayor of the city of Flint before.
And was it more than one occasion or just one occasion?
I
before
believe
that?
I ran twice before.
Other than running for mayor of the city of Flint, have you run for any other elective office?
I don't recall if I did or not.
Were you ever elected to any other office other than mayor?
I don't even know if I ever ran for another office, but I surely wasn't elected, not that I recall.
Are you on any medication that would affect your memory?
I don't know, but I hope I'm not.
Okay. And I don't want to be rude. Is there any condition that you have that would affect your memory?
Not that I recall. But if you're talking about Mr. Gibbs, something happened when I was 26 years old, we're talking about a long time ago.
Well, But the question doesn't ask you if you ran for office when you were 26. I'm asking if you ever ran for office other than mayor. That could be when you were...
Yeah, I
Good.
probably answered it about 5 different ways so far, but not that I recall, and I don't think I did, but I don't recall such an incident.
Okay.
I don't want to be misleading. I'm trying to be accurate as I can.
Okay. And the reason I'm asking the question about whether you have any medication or condition that might affect your memory is I don't want to be unfair to you. If there's some kind of something that interferes with your memory, I'd like to know. Is there?
Not that I recall, no.
Okay. Were you involved in advocating a boycott of a newspaper known as the Flint Journal?
You know, it seems like I was.
Okay. And do you have a recollection of advocating the boycott of the Flint Journal?
No, no, I don't.
I have this marked. That's the only one I have. Okay. Well, I've got one I'm working off of, but if you want to get closer to them, I need to have her mark it though. There's Exhibit 1.
You've shared that with us before, haven't you not?
I don't know. It's an archived article from the Flint Journal. Let me tell you what it is, the record. It's an article that was reported in the Flint Journal on November 13, 2003, entitled "Williamson Vents Frustration with Journal." Yeah, I took it off the internet to the Flint Journal archive records. You go up online, you can look at old articles.
Do you think we can each get a copy of that?
Yeah, I'll be more than happy to make you copies. I thought you had them. Wait. No. Okay. Here's
I'll give it back.
this one. It's the same thing, only it's got they advertise archive prices on the site. Unfortunately, I need to have him look at one. I'm just going to ask him some questions about what's...
Give him a moment to review.
Yeah, okay. If you would, Mayor, would you read this entire article? It's 2 pages here. And then
Really?
I'm going to ask you some questions.
Can we have the date of that?
November 13, 2003.
That was the date of the paper?
Yeah.